Welcome to the Daytona DMAX Championship 2018. Heavy heats are coming up, and it is a three-way grudge match between Rob Bennett, Alex Pritchard and Lee Witney. All three of them have been very successful over the course of the season, but with just 3 weekends to go, and this being our last on-tour weekend, it's going to be a very important race to win before we head home to Daytona Milton Keynes. So, it's all to play for. Time to get into the action for the heavy heats final. It's Alex Pritchard on pole position after a very strong collection of heats. Lee Witney second and Tarik Almou third. The three different winners from the three heats. Robert Pertak is fourth. Blaise Cienko is fifth from Darren Holiday, the leading super heavy, in sixth. Gary Martin and Richard Newton come next from Mark Ford, and a very disappointed Rob Bennett starting 10th after a black flag in the heat. He was leading in the third heat after a battle with Robert Pertak. Lindley, Hughes and Rochelle clear out the grid, but the story of this race is surely going to be Bennett starting from 10th, DJ, and there's a good chance he could fight his way through to the front.
Oh, definitely a good chance.
And Bennett was only leading Pritchard by 29 points coming into this. Bennett has scored 43 thus far. Pritchard has scored 66, so he's taken 23 points out of that. So at this stage, Bennett only leads Pritchard by 6 points. And Witney has gained massive ground as well. So Bennett versus Pritchard, this title fight is suddenly a lot closer coming into the final. And with Pritchard on pole and Bennett down in 10th, Pritchard has a potential chance to take the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Here we go. Revving up through to that first corner. Witney is going to give Pritchard a tiny bit of space, but he's given too much. And Almou's gone through into second place. Bennett, meanwhile, has dived up the inside, and he's in sixth. Great start from Bennett. He's got past 4 carts in one fell swoop. Brilliant.
Absolutely fantastic. Much better that time from Rob Bennett. Plenty of space there, got the gap, got the move done. Absolutely fantastic.
And now he is on the back of the man he was battling with last time this happened, Rob Pertak. They came together in the S's in the previous heat, but now Bennett is going to try and get that sorted nice and easy. Goodness me! And off the second!
Again!
It's a repeat of what we saw in the last race! I don't believe it! Bennett dies for Pertak, Pertak goes off. That's exactly what we saw in the Inters final.
A shake of the head from Bennett as he crosses the start-finish line. I think he knows something's up, but I didn't really get a good angle from that one. But it definitely seemed like there wasn't really a gap again. Well, and again, it was on Pertak.
It's a different incident because it's similar to the one that we saw from White and Alcock in the Inters final. But if we watch again, Bennett up the inside, there is room to make a pass. Not a massive amount of room, as we've got Almou diving up the inside of Witney. Almou and Witney side by side for second, allowing Pritchard to disappear up the road. So Pritchard's looking good for the win. I don't know whether Bennett's going to get another penalty. It's just ironic that it's exactly the same driver that he's connected with in 2 consecutive races. And Pertak gesturing to Jim Graham on the rostrum there. Number 2. That's the second time he's done that to me.
It definitely won't be buying Bennett a beer later, I can tell you that. But further in the race, Bennett head down. Who's he got behind him?
He's just past Cienko, so he's up to 4th. So Pritchard leading, Almou second, Witney third, Bennett 4th, Cienko in 5th position, 6th place. That looks to me like Darren Holiday with the orange gloves. Yeah, as Bennett makes a lunge for Witney. Witney tries to shut him down, but Bennett is through in the S's. To be fair, that was a beautiful move from Rob Bennett.
Really good move. Cienko trying to follow it. Witney doesn't like anything. But anyway, Cienko tried to follow him through, but no, he couldn't do it. But Witney's come back on Bennett now, and Cienko's dived down the inside of Bennett. So Cienko on the inside. I think Bennett thought maybe that wasn't a good move and let him back.
Beautiful retaliation from Rob Bennett round the outside of Cienko. He kept the car travelling to the outside of the apex, and Cienko had no response. Great racing from Rob Bennett. He knows that he might be under fire, but he says, tough, I can't control that. What I can do is the best that I'm capable of. But out front, Almou is second, but Alex Pritchard is on course at the moment to take not just the victory, but in the final, and the lead of the championship. He has yet to win a final this year.
Oh, really? So, again, another driver who could win the final. We saw that happen with Mike Coppin, and it didn't happen, so we won't talk too soon.
Well, no.
But Alex Pritchard is currently the fastest person on circuit.
He's leading the way. He's had 3 heat wins over the course of the season, and he has yet to get a win in the final. And I know that all the Applewood boys at the side of the circuit are going to be absolutely euphoric if Pritchard gets this one done. Bennett is on the back of Lee Witney, trying to make his move. as they come out of the hairpin up towards the horseshoe. Witney defends, moves to cover. Bennett trying to get him on the switchback. He's not quite able to get a run up towards the final turn yet, although he is going to dive for it. Bennett goes for the move. Fair play. He made that one look superb. And Bennett is through to third. Good move. But Tarik Almou has not given up on the victory yet. He's just set the new fastest lap, 40.936, a few hundredths quicker than Pritchard.
I'll keep an eye on that gap. It was currently 1.8 on that last lap. This time around it's 1.7. He's taken a tenth out of him this time.
But he does need to go faster if he wants to get onto the back of Alex Pritchard and go for the win. Pritchard doing a fantastic job at the moment. He really does love this clay pigeon circuit. He's definitely fast in this part of the world. As we arrived at the circuit, he overtook me in his Audi R8 actually, so he's been fast ever since the first part of the morning. But Alex Pritchard doing a sensational job out there in front of Tarik Almou. Bennett third, Witney fourth, Sienko fifth, and Holiday sixth, starting to threaten Blaise Sienko.
Really good racing from all, but we've got Darren Holidays right on the back of Blaise Sienko, as you did say. He's really trying to keep on top of him. He's not letting him get away. Darren Holiday's faster in some of the other sections. I think Blaise is slightly faster in the tighter section here, but Darren is really clawing him back in some of the faster ones.
A warning for curbs for some of the drivers further back. Bennett in third, Witney fourth, Sienko and Holiday fifth and sixth. But out in front, Alex Pritchard controls the pace from Tarik Almou. 1.7 seconds is the gap. It is stationary at that. They are absolutely stalemate on the last lap, with Pritchard just 0.005 of a second quicker than Tarik Almou in that particular lap. And finally, it looks as though all of the stars and planets in the solar system are going to align here for Alex Pritchard, who has been waiting for this moment for so long. He's been working up to this. Not many people on this heavy heats grid work as hard as Alex Pritchard does to improve his pace, but he is getting towards the closing stages of this race with 2.2 seconds in hand. And after 5 heat wins over the course of the year, 3 heat wins over the course of the year and multiple podium finishes, Alex Pritchard finally looks as though he's going to get his first victory in a heats final.
I'm sure he cannot wait to get at the end of this race. He's probably thinking, how long is left, how long is left? New fastest time going out to Rob Bennett as well, 40.592. Rob Bennett is flying out there. Yeah,
he's doing a good job. Let's not forget that Bennett has only taken the top step of the final twice this year, the last 2 rounds of the championship. So Bennett will be frustrated that he's only able to be third at best, as there's a great tussle going on further back. This is Lindley, Hughes and Rochelle, as they continue to squabble in there behind Newton and Martin, as they squabble for 7th place. So there is still plenty of action further back down the order. They're going to come into that first corner. Newton, Martin, Lindley, Hughes, Rochelle, and then at the back of that little train we've got Ford. So he is still there or thereabouts, and they are going to continue to squabble. And this is a nice little battle between these 5. Newton still hanging on. This is for 2nd place in the Super Heavies, don't forget, as they continue to scrap. And we are waiting for the last lap. Here comes Pritchard into the last lap. He will go very shortly. It's a big moment for Alex Pritchard. At long last, Pritchard wins in a final. Yes, at long last, Alex Pritchard has taken the victory in the heats final. It's a massive achievement by 2.1 from Almou and Rob Bennett. But Alex Pritchard, for that victory, that one is so, so special. He's won races before, but this is a final. And this is in the heats, where you've got to put it together for just 12 minutes of racing. And Alex Pritchard finally is the top step. What a big moment. Pritchard is your winner from Almou in 2nd. Rob Bennett crosses the line in 3rd. 4th for Lee Witney from Blaise Sienko. Darren Holiday beats Newton and Martin to the Super Heavy race from Steve Lindley and Darren Hughes. Andy Rochelle, Mark Ford, and a very disgruntled Rob Pertack, who no doubt will have plenty to say about his incident afterwards.
Alex Pritchard with his first win in the finals.
A fantastic Daytona DMAX Heavy Heats final. We'll talk first of all to our Super Heavies final winner. Another great performance from Darren Holiday. You really seem to gel well in this circuit.
Well, I'd never been here before today, so but yeah, it was good. Love the track. Very fast, very flowing. Yeah, my kind of circuit, I think.
So potentially a move down to Somerset, maybe.
No, I won't go that far. Definitely not. No.
Well, a fantastic battle, and obviously that means that you're now tightening up on some of the other competitors around you in the overall top 6, not just in the Super Heavy Heats Championship fights. So it could be a very interesting end to the season.
Yeah, I mean, once I'd sort of decided to do this and stick with it, I'd hoped I'd be top 8. And I think I'm 5th, so I'm happy with that. I'm chuffed with that. That's brilliant.
Brilliant. We'll see you next month at Milton Keynes.
You will.
Excellent. So on to the man who finished 2nd overall, because Rob Bennett has had to disappear. Tarik Almou, it's been a really, really strong weekend for you. Twice on the rostrum and some brilliant performances throughout.
Yeah, it was quite a challenge today. So starting from 3rd, I managed to have a good way out and straight putting me in contention with Lee. And so I tried not to lose too much time in this fight. And then as soon as I managed to break the toe, I really focused to close the gap so that he could not follow my toe. And then I focused on Alex. So it was quite challenging because with the weather getting cold, the track conditions were changing a lot. So we had to be really careful. And neither of us put a foot wrong, so it was like a qualifying final hit. So well done to Alex as well. It was really a nice distance fight, I would say.
And some good points made for the championship, so those last 2 rounds should be quite strong in this current form.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit of an outsider there, a bit far from the 3 first guys, but I think it's getting me closer, yeah.
Fantastic. Great performance all weekend in both the Enduro and the Heats. Well done, Tarik.
Thank you.
So now let's move on to the man of the moment, Alex Pritchard. Yes, at last, that monkey is off your back. You've got the win in the final that you've been chasing for so long now.
Yeah, I think it was coming. I've led a few this year, and I think it's been coming. And I'm really glad that I've got over the line, 1st place. And it wasn't a desperately interesting race. It was just maintaining the gap. But I had the exact lap set in my head. I should hit exactly the same lap in.
And now, of course, what this means is it sets up a bit of a showdown in the last 2 rounds for the championship. You could win the whole thing here.
Yeah, it's on now.
Fantastic. I've never seen you look so confident. It's brilliant. Congratulations, Alex, and hopefully there's a few more before the end of the year.
There will be.
Excellent. So Alex Pritchard is full of confidence after that. But with Rob Bennett finishing only 3rd, I mean, this could be a real big showdown between the top 3.
It could. I mean, we go to MK next. These guys in the heats, they all know MK. It's probably the favourite track on the calendar. And, you know, I just think it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be good. Hopefully some more wins for Alex as well.
Yes, indeed. It will be close, but if you want to be on that starting grid, the number's below to call, or you can head to the website, daytonamax.co.uk, and hopefully at Milton Keynes, you'll be on the grid.